Good morning. So what's going on here? Well, you know how I'm up visiting Bob with Team Venom. Well, I've met yesterday. I met some of the family, Kylie and Jacob, and it turns out that they own a little business, this little coffee van here, and apparently it has a roaring trade. So it's 5:30 in the morning. Oh, well, closer to 6 now, and I've decided to have a bit of a look, and I'm actually having one of their coffees and a toasty sandwich, fantastic. I've got to say, actually, good quality coffee. The toasted sandwich has really surprised me. It is fantastic. It's a ham and tomato and cheese in wholemeal bread. It's got a touch of pepper, and it is delicious. So I would highly advise anyone in this area, and I'll put the details up on the screen, drop by, have a coffee. Okay, so as you saw before, having a coffee out there at the coffee cart, I want to introduce you to one of the owners. Hello, Jacob.
Morning, Clef.
So just give me a brief rundown on what this coffee cart, what do you serve there? I remember last night you were telling me about the type of coffee, how you grind it, what you do.
Yeah.
Give us a rundown on this coffee cart.
What we're doing.
And this little business, yeah.
Well, we're producing coffee, and good coffee too.
And I can attest to that.
Thanks. We've spent a lot of time sourcing it, working out what we like, what's good, what's not. 5 years ago, me and Kimberley got the idea to sell coffee on the side of the road next to the church that we're in, and that done well. There was some business and a little bit of demand for it, and I became very curious and interested in the coffee and wanted to do better. I learned that we could buy coffee from as little as $2 per kilo right up to $1,500 per kilo.
Oh well, that's a big range.
I started playing in the church just on a batch roaster, and I could roast a kilo every 15 minutes, which was keeping up with the demand at the time.
Wow.
I worked out my recipes, the coffee that I liked, the different origins, the coffee that I didn't like, what worked well, what didn't, and came up with 5 blends that we currently have. The batch roaster doesn't keep up anymore. So now I contract roast with Tim up at the Blue Mountains coffee. And together we source our beans from a station who import them from Colombia, Papua New Guinea, Guatemala, Costa Rica. And they all have different roast profiles. Some are dark, some are light, some are blends, some are single origins. I often get asked for a strong coffee. Mm-hmm. And there's a real big misconception in a strong coffee, because to a lot of people it's strong tasting, which is like a dark roast, but a strong coffee to me is like the full effect of the psychoactiveness, which is what coffee carries, and it's why we like it. Yeah. It's that good dopamine hit. We feel good, happy, a ritual that we do every day. So one of our blends is sourced from, it's a single origin from Vietnam. It's a Robusta. It's 3 times more psychoactive than any coffee that most people can get their hands on.
Wow.
Tastes like peanut butter. And coming up with it, it was hard to roast, very easy to burn. This Vietnamese bean carries a defect called Quaker, which means half of the beans in the pot don't release their sugars, and I can't caramelize them, and most roasters burn them. Well, I roast them just enough to the point where they're not burnt, they don't release the sugars and they're discolored, but they release a sugar, which leaves this coffee tasting sweet, peanut butter feel, and like an oil coating in the mouth. Wow. Strong coffee.
Just go to show you. When you're driving down the road, you pull in for a coffee, who would know about the full backstory behind a coffee cart like that?
Yeah.
Hey, Jacob, earlier you were telling me about the history of this church in this area. Could you fill me in on that?
Yeah. So the area was discovered by William Sales
Right.
in 1840. Pretty much from here, where we are in Silverdale, down to Mulgoa past Wallachia,
Right.
was considered Mulgoa Forest. William named it. He has built this church that we're in with his sons from the timber on the land in 1906.
Wow.
The church was erected.
Yeah.
And something that's really cool about it is we've come through and added our twist of horse and harpy. We've had a customer named Beryl who was a local. She passed away, I think, at 103, Kimberley?
Yeah, she was on.
Wow.
And coming up for coffee and scones.
Yeah.
William Sales, he attended church service here for 10 years.
Right.
So, like, essentially they've crossed paths and we're the third wave coming through. So to think it's built in 1906, really probably not that old at all.
And so in your own way, you're keeping the story going.
Well, yeah, like people are people are definitely congregating here, but yeah, just for a different reason, I suppose.
Fantastic. What a great story.
Yeah.
What a great story.